Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Quite Frankly. And quite frankly, we look at new gear, all the gear that I find really interesting, apps and whatnot more. And today we're going to look at a new Hensel product. It's a LED light and it's really cool. So join us for today's episode of Quite Frankly. Okay, so one of the things that we love to do in our studio is create tutorial material for you guys. And most of that stuff, of course, is recorded with video. Now at the moment, as you see behind me, we're using a green screen. So let's just get this stuff out. So now you can see the green screen. And well, it's lit with two of the Hensel LED lights. And let me just turn one off and show it to you guys. It's a really cool device. So I'm going to turn this one off. Okay, so here we have the brand new Hensel Intra LED. It's a small device, it's really lightweight, and when you go and buy a LED system, what is the first thing that you will notice? You will go out and of course you're going to use it for video, and maybe you're going to use it for your photography. And well, nowadays with the whole trend towards continuous lighting, I think it's really smart that Hensel actually did what they did. If you buy a LED system, you will very quickly find out that you also need modifiers. It's the same thing when you buy, of course, strobes. You can buy a strobe system without any modifiers, but at that point you can't do soft light. You only are, well, probably using umbrellas or, for example, the reflectors that are standard delivered with your strobe set. But very soon you will find out that you need light shaping tools. And that's why they're called light shaping tools, for the very simple reason you want to shape your light. Sometimes you want Rembrandt lighting, sometimes you want broad lighting, and sometimes you just want a spot on somebody. And the same goes with video, of course. Now, when you do normal tutorials like we do, often LED panels are more than enough. We want broad light. We want you guys to see everything clearly, and we want to make sure that, well, with a LED panel, everything is lit very, very flat. Now, the cool thing for light shaping tools is, of course, that you need a mount to mount them on, right? Because you want to make sure that they fit on your strobe or your LED light. And this is where Hensel, of course, uses their own mount. And it's a really simple mount. It's just this lever, you pull it, you take the reflector off and you can put something else on. Or of course, you put it back on. Now you might say, Frank, when we do video, we just use the modeling lights from our strobes. That's also a great solution. I agree and I disagree. It's the way that we also started out, by using, of course, our strobes. The thing is that a strobe uses a normal light bulb, and those can get really, really hot. So when you're using a snoot, for example, and you put your modeling light on full power, it's not very healthy for your strobes, for the very simple reason all that heat builds up on your strobe. If you use gels and you constantly use those modeling lights on full power, at one point your gels will actually start to shrink a little bit because of the heat. The cool thing about LED, of course, this one was on for at least an hour, and you can just touch it. It's very, very cold. Well, it's a LED light, right? So how much light does it emit? Well, more than enough. And this will probably just doesn't look right on video, but trust me, there's a lot of light coming from these little devices. And the cool thing, of course, is if you need more light, you just use the 14-inch reflector from Hensel. That really big one that will add at least 1.5 stops to your strobes. If you need very narrow light, you just use a grid and a strip light. So I'm very, very happy to introduce these to you guys. And if you're in the market for a LED light, make sure you check out the Hensel LED lights. I think for video and of course photography, they are a really, really cool addition to your arsenal. So check them out online. They're called the Intra LED from Hensel.